Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you all are fine. See, children, last session we have discussed about the verb, introduction of verbs, and the tenses. Today, our topic is about the only present tense. Today, we are going to discuss only simple present tense positive statements. Before going to the topic, children, once revise the tense topic. Let us recall the tense topic. Tense is nothing but a word which comes from the Greek word called tempus. Tempus means time of action, time, and we can define tense as a form of a verb which tells us the time of the action. According to the time, we have divided the tense into three parts: present, past, future. And according to the work done further, these tenses are again subdivided into four parts each. So in total we have 12 tenses, and we have already learned the 12 tenses names and the structures. And in the last session we discussed how to write a single statement into 12 types. Today, before going to start about the simple present, I'll write few sentences on the board, and we'll see how to identify the tense of a given sentence. Okay, children. Suppose this is a sentence: we played hockey they will have been playing. And coming to the third one, children, she has been working here. Since 1930. Okay, these are the three sentences which I have gave you, supposed to identify the tense of a sentence. Make it sure, children, whenever you are identifying the tense of a given sentence, first you should identify the subject, then you have to identify the verb. According to the given form of the verb, if you know the structure correctly, easily you can identify the tense of the sentence. Now according here, we are having along with the subject, we have V2 form. So easily, if you remember the structure of the simple past, we can say the given sentence is in simple past. Okay. Now coming to the second one, identify the subject. As the doer of the action is known as the subject. Identify the helping verbs given to you and verb form, ing form. They will have been playing. Will means future. Have means perfect. Ing means continuous. So future perfect continuous. So the given sentence is in future perfect continuous. In this way, easily we can identify the tense of a sentence if you remember the structures easily. And I have told you the easy method how to remember the structures. If you see the third statement, children, she is the subject here, has is the helping verb, has been a helping verb, working, V1 with ing. If you see, has denotes the perfect and it denotes the present perfect. So the given sentence is in present perfect continuous. In this way, children, we can easily identify the tense of a given sentence if we remember the structures. Already you learned all the structures in previous sessions. Now today our topic is simple present tense. What is that? Simple present tense. Now let us discuss about the simple present tense. Only today we will discuss, children, positive statements. What we will discuss about the positive statements. Our topic, simple present tense. Now children, already we have learned that present tense at the time of the speaking. Simple present tense is a tense which is used to denote the habitual actions as well as the universal truth. In two situations we are using, and today we are talking only about the positive statements, children. We are not going to discuss about the negative statements. Only today we will discuss about the positive statements. See children, simple present tense has been used in two situations, that is habitual and another is universal truth. Now see children, if you observe what is the universal truth and what is a habitual action. First I will clarify these two, then we will go for the structure. See children, habitual action means the action which is repeated regularly, means we are habituated to do that action, means daily we are doing that action. So the actions which are performed by us daily. Suppose I watch news daily, means it is a habit of mine to watch news daily. So this denotes my habitual action, means my I'm habituated to watch the news. Suppose he goes to school by bus. So children, here he was habituated to go to school by bus. So the actions which we are habituated to do, which we are habituated to repeat again and again, which we are performing regularly, such actions are known as habitual actions, and they are denoted by simple present tense. Coming to our next point children, universal truth. What do you mean by universal? It occurs in nature. Nobody can't change it. We can't say that the sun rises in the west. We have to say the sun rises in the east. Means nobody can change the way of the sunrise. Okay. The stars twinkle at night. We can't say the stars twinkle in the day. Only stars twinkles in the night only. So the truths which we cannot change, or the truths which we cannot which we cannot change at all, which occurs in the nature, are known as universal truths. Now let us discuss about the structure. Nana, let us discuss about the structure. Now what we have learned children, we have learned that the simple present tense is used in the two situations. One is habitual action and another is universal truth. And another is universal truth. Now coming to the structure children, coming to the structure. See children, simple present tense is denote to represent the habitual action, universal truth. Now we are discussing about the positive statements structure. Subject plus V1 or V1 with yes or yes along with the object or other words. Here children I wrote V1 or V1 with yes or yes. You should be clear with this. Whenever we have plural subject, suppose they, we, I, you, or any plural form, plural nouns. For such type of noun subjects we have to use V1. Okay. And he, she, it, and singular nouns means names. We have to use V1 with yes or yes according to the given verb. Yes or yes according to the given verb. This is what you have to understand. Now I will explain with the few examples of the structure of the simple present tense. Let us give the clarification of the examples. Where we have to use V1, where we have to use V1 with yes or yes. I am writing few sentences, children. As we have discussed earlier, they play hockey. Okay. Here if you observe, this is the plural subject. For the plural subject, we have to add only V1. Okay. If suppose I write he plays hockey. Here he is the singular subject. And here we are adding V1 with yes. Is it clear? Whenever you have the plural subject, you have to write only V1. And whenever you have the singular subject, you have to write V1 with yes or yes. And in the plural subjects, with I and you, third person pronoun, with I and you have to use V1 only. So, is it clear, children? What is a simple present tense? Simple present tense is a tense which is used to denote the habitual actions as well as the universal truth. Simple present tense is used as habitual actions as well as the universal truth. And coming to the structure of the simple present tense, we have to add yes or subject along with V1 or V1 with yes or yes along with the object. And there is a difference of V1 and V1 with yes or yes uses. When our subject is plural, our verb should be singular. And when our subject is singular, our verb should be plural. In this pattern, again we can discuss few more sentences about the simple present tense. Okay, let us discuss few more about the simple present tense. Okay. What we have discussed is structure, subject plus V1 or V1 with yes or yes plus object or other words. Now I am splitting this structure into two parts. Okay, if you see, one is subject plus V1 or object or other words, and another is, for your convenience I am explaining here, you can't split it, but just for the explanation, along with yes or yes with object or other words. Now let us take the few examples. Suppose they play hockey. Next, I visit zoo. You eat banana. We go to school. Okay. I wrote the subjects where we have to use V1. Where we have to use, if you observe all the subjects, children, these are the plural. I and you, third person singular. Here also you have to use V1 only. Okay. And along with the remaining plural subjects, whatever plural nouns, children. Suppose children, this is the plural. Children, plural. You can't say V1 with yes. Children play cricket. Okay. So again, along with these subjects and more plural nouns, plural nouns, we have to use the V1. Coming to V1 with yes or yes, he visits zoo. She eats banana. Flies, I have added IES, FLY, fly plural, FLIES, flies. Here subjects are singular. Misha teaches. Well, here again the subject Misha is the singular. So along with he, she, it and all the singular subjects, we have to add yes or es with the verb, and along with they, I, you, we and all the plural nouns we have to use only V1. So today we have learned about the simple present tense. Simple present tense is used in two situations. What are they? It is used when we are expressing the habitual actions as well as the universal truth. And the structure for the simple present tense is subject plus V1 or V1 with yes or es. According to the subject, we have to use V1 or V1 with yes or es. I hope you all have understood the simple present tense, and in our next session also again I am going to explain in detail about the simple present tense. Okay children, have a nice day all of you.